Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Calpac Pack, our extreme niche challenge. And we are back today getting ready to really speed things up by possibly leaving behind some of our slower nichelings. Because unfortunately, the addition of Barina hind legs and webbed hind legs to the family has really slowed us down. And although we have had many amazing albino nichelings like Janal and Blizzard, some of their older siblings like Remy and Dukrovan, we might leave behind for now and kind of just, remember that they're floating around to possibly mate with, but ease up the impact they are having on our food stores in the hopes of building up a huge amount of food, which means they will eat less of it, and hopefully clearing the island quicker so that which they really don't help with because they move one tile at a time, so that we will be able to move on from this snowy land who only gave us mammoth fruit instead of something stronger, and dive into the jungle and see if the Calpacs are strong enough to take on defeating the apes. So there's still quite a bit left to do on this island, so I think what we're going to start doing is, for the most part, we are going to just leave our nichelings to conquer the island as quickly as we can, and we're just going to focus on a couple of the nicheling storylines that we kind of have floating around. Right now, the one I'm really enchanted with is Nurovan and Sirara, because she brings in the bee immunity gene and spiky body, and I think that something about her has just stolen Nurovan's heart. So we're going to probably start having them have some babies. And then we did have this new wanderer with sea immunity pop on in and big body named Ismi, and we actually have been saved more than once in many of our tribes by putting in some wandering genes at the last minute. Even though on the surface those genes would have looked like bad additions, they've actually really helped us out. So we're gonna go ahead. These two are possibly going to fall in love. She has very low immunity though, or very low fertility though, so that might not be good. And I need her to pass on. If I needed her to improve anything, I don't know what she could pass on, so maybe we'll just wait and see what their first child would end up being. But they're gonna look for somewhere a little bit more comfortable to make their home. So Ismi's startled and surprised to find herself the target of love by Taroku, but I think he's super excited to meet this female who just smells differently than any of the females he's ever met. So we're gonna keep an eye on these two. And then these two are kind of like our stars of the show, keeping the genes kind of really high. So I'm keeping an eye on them as well. Laura, what are your immunity genes? Let's see, D and G, H and A. Anvil, you can still have a child. I really want to see Anvil's child. So Anvil's gonna about face and hopefully meet up with Laura at some point. And Grizar over here is really cool, and I did not plan on having him have any children, but honestly insisted on having a child with him by my misclick accident. So we're gonna see what their baby is, and he might stay and take care of the baby, because Anasi has been summoned by her powerful mother Issy, who is one of the strongest females of the tribe, to continue pushing onwards to the other side of the island where conquest and possibly new lands to conquer await. And we also have Lasana, who has been having many healthy children for us, including Sariana, who will hopefully inherit the tribe. She's getting, we're starting to kind of weaken our genes a little bit, but I'm sure there's time to shore those up before, we move on to the next land. Also, hey, there's our friendly Barina cousin. And who is this? Kirta! So we have had a young child, A and D immunity, thank goodness you're healthy, who has high fertility and normal hind legs. So little son Kirta, I think, will be left behind as a parting gift to Grizar, who we have fallen in love with, but we are being summoned away by our powerful mother with this group. And then Remy, yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to kind of drop all of the nichelings who move super slow over here, except for maybe Blizzard has collecting ability. That's never going to help us if he can never get to a bush to collect though. So we'll keep Blizzard around, and I kind of want to keep Janal because she's super strong and I think she's amazing. So we'll keep her as well. But then we'll release these two. There we go. With their father Rorota, and we'll kind of say that they can kind of stay together. And Kirvan is basically just like his older brother Yuki, the reborn Nishin god, but he moves super slow, so I'm gonna have him stay behind too. And he can kind of be like Yuki's presence in this land. Can I dig anything up or do anything? Maybe some roots? Nope. Okay. And then we also had Chip swing in and have a last-minute child with Lalico, who is going to go ahead and give birth. So if needed, Chip can stay and guard the baby. But hopefully they'll just have like a really cool nicheling who will show up with some useful genes at the last minute. And Izzy is about to pass away. So guess what, Chip? You're doing some babysitting duty. And Takuvan will go ahead and get a move on to the other side of the island, where he can help out with whatever needs done on this side. All right, there's so many bunnies. Why are there always a bazillion and a half bunnies? It is just so much meat, so much food. I'm not going to complain. Just wow, there's so many bunnies. All right, Izmi's made herself comfortable. We're hunting bunnies down here. So many bunnies. Is this? It's an aggressive Verina. Hello, lunch. Oh, and the bird is showing up to eat the bunnies. Don't worry. Not eating our babies, just eating bunnies. All right, and then down here, Ciara is feeling quite cold, so Nerovan will warm her up to the point where they have a baby. Huzzah! Hopefully it'll be a good baby, and just in time because the rogue male is lurking around the corners again. And meanwhile, I think Anasi has been basically told by her mother, with her mother's dying breath, that she must leave and go to the other side of the island. And so she will tragically have to leave her mate, Grizar. But we'll leave Grizar and Kirta here, I think, because they don't really have the genes we're going for. All right, meanwhile, on this side of the island, we're going to have Anval make a run for it because I desperately want him to be able to have a baby with Laura. And we are going to have Rokir get to the other side and hopefully help out these guys with exploring this side of the island, which is kind of their goal. They're performing the ancient rites of conquest that many of our nichelings should be focused on. And speaking of conquest, let's see, yep, there we go. Lazani is just going to make herself comfortable. Her mate Nuro is going to go ahead. They're keeping an eye on their baby Kiro. Oh no! Who's pregnant from a rogue male? No! Anasi left the side of her beloved, and this is the result. I think Grizar, this is going to be a showdown. If Grizar can help it, he is going to destroy this rogue and teach him what for daring to ruin the life of, or like at least take away a few very important days of Anasi's life, having to take care of a rogue baby. When Grizar was willing to part with her for the good of the tribe. Oh, that's so sad. We're gonna get rid of that rogue. Let's destroy him. We had a lot going on. And yeah, there we go. He did it. Grizar, you didn't even take any damage. What? Because of that defense? Ugh! If I had known that, we would have definitely done something a lot earlier. But all right, we're gonna go ahead. Baby, Blizzard, you move at literally the speed of a very slow avalanche. Janal will join you. Let's see, and we'll go ahead there. And Rota is like surrounded by his children, and he'll come up here. Oh, we had one little girl with Berina ears at the last minute, so we lost our beautiful female who was in charge of things for so long. We have had the birth of baby Izmi, who is literally one of the weakest nichelings we have ever had. Why? GNF immunity. Literally not what our tribe is looking for on this side, to be completely honest. I can't believe we had a baby that is literally that weak. And there's definitely a huge difference. Which path will we take? Will we take the more peaceful path of these young nichelings united by love and experimental genetics? Or will we continue to focus on the strength, such as with little Silasi here? I think you guys know which side we must continue on with. So we'll keep moving. We'll have Lalako kind of be followed by Selasi, and Chip will stay here to watch over Izmi. So sad. All right, let's keep moving. So much to do, so many worms to eat, so many interesting babies to have. Look at that! Maisi has been born, and she has brought into this tribe that bee immunity gene we were going after, and spiky body! That might be very useful in the future, so I am kind of intrigued to keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, Sarana, I think we'll send her up here to stay warm with Anasi. And Tadukvan will come over and do a little bit of conquest and eating. And Nurovan, I'm gonna go ahead and let you and your mate and they can probably have at least one more kid before I get more strict about that. All right, but yeah, there's bunnies everywhere. There's food to be had for the ages. And we do need to have some more babies with, oh, is this another berry? Now, sweet. No, wait, no. You need to kill him. Oh, dear me. That's not what I wanted. Oh, curses. Not what I wanted. Anasali, you need to stay alive. You're like one of our best females. A and G immunity. And if she gets a hit, she's going to take a D and H immunity with Kuro. Okay, Kuro, I'm going to bring you over here and you're going to be Anasali's mate. This side of the island are kind of the nichelings we're trying to keep track of so that we have healthy babies. Masali has brought in the C immunity gene and a little bit of strength, actually. So not bad, not bad. She has been born. She is a good little child. The child of Taroduk, actually. And let's see, Anval, keep hoofing it. You only have so long to live, and I really need you to have a child with Laura, please, because your genes actually match up, and I really wanted Anval to have one child. Alright. Meanwhile, Rook here, I guess, I mean, I either could move him so he could do exploring with these two, or I could go ahead and have him just be like a fantastic fisher, because the fish are piling up in this river, and he's got pretty good fishing. Alright, there we go. And clear away this grass. Those two are not going to go very fast. Rokir, you're young yet. I'll have you go and help explore. Alright, so we're kind of a mess. We're clearing things up a little bit here and there. Alright. Twins! Oh my gosh! Rogueborn twins who are like dangerous to this tribe. Holy canoodles. We have a blind F and A immunity on this little guy. And we have got this little guy, A and A. Oh my goodness, this is such a mess. I think that this would very much depress Anasali. So I think Grizar will offer to stay here and observe the young ones and send Anasali forward so that she can leave everything, including her loved one, behind. Maybe she can have one more child with him. Because Kirta's not terribly bad, actually. And then over here, Rorota. I'm going to leave Rorota behind because he's super slow. And let's see. There we go. There we go. And Janal. I'm kind of tempted to leave Janal behind. Maybe. We'll have to see. So many nichelings. So little time to figure out what to do. Let's see. And where'd that Barina go? No, he's making a run for it. I want him to be dinner. So he's going to become dinner. All right, where'd you go? No, dang it. I keep using that option and I don't want to like yell at him instead of eat him. Anasali, you can come over here and eat him now, please. Look at all of these nichelings. Okay, but I want Anvil and Laura to meet, please, and have a baby. Please. I just really wanted that to happen because I wanted Anvil to have at least one child before he passed away. Alright, so gotta get cracking when it comes to conquering the land. So let's clear away more of the grass. And I think we're actually even going to move this chunk of the family. Let's see. Messy, we'll bring you. Ciara, we'll go ahead and let her stay there. And then I think that one of these is actually like grass that doesn't regrow, so I need to clear it out of the way. Yuki, our fertility god, lurks along the edges. And Lalako will keep an eye on Selasi and maybe her own child Ismi. I feel kind of weird. I'm going to have her go back in between the kids because I feel weird if she had to like invest in this child but not her own child. All right, up here. You know, as cool as Blazar and Janal are, I don't think they're really going to bring anything genetically to our tribe. So I'm actually going to have, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and release them. And I'm going to let Anasi have one last child, kind of a child of love with the mate of her life. And I'm going to have Ciari, who has now seen the terror of what can happen if you run into a rogue, follow her, move all of them up here, and start helping out. Actually, is that a good mate for you, Ciari? at least just keeping her like pregnant is like defense. As terrible as it sounds, it is good defense against having her getting attacked by a rogue. All right, destroying rocks. Wow, Toroku, you are so strong. There we go. So you'll have another child with Ismi. And oh, is that another Barina for the eating, or is that our cousin? This is another Barina for the eating. This is fantastic. All right, nice lot of Barina to go ahead and chomp down. And I think sharing in the meal of the meat with Roke here is important. All right, so yeah, trying to wiggle down how many nichelings we have is actually a little tricky. But we're getting there, and between the Barinas and everything else, we are getting there on food. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Let's see our new babies. Yes, a Cracker Jaw child! Rimi, you are going to be so important to this tribe. Oh my gosh. And then we have another Cracker Jaw child, and she is Laura and Anvil's first child. And I think she's going to be very important. So Anvil, let's see, and Laura, Anala. I'm just going to go with Anala. There we go. So they actually had a healthy child, and I need them to have another one. All right. So there we go. This is what happens when you have too many nichelings, is it gets very, very difficult to keep track of how many of them, to keep track of who they are, where they're going, what they're doing, why it matters what they're doing. Which is why I'm so particular about keeping my tribe sizes normally a lot lower than this. But I think we're going to work it out okay. There we go. We've kind of started breaking them up into like which group works on what. Our wandering little males over here who don't need to move very quickly because they are clearing away the grasses, are clearing away this side of the island and hopefully going to do quite well. Then we've got, let's see, there's Rotata, so Lalako's father actually, who I think is coming to pick up little Ismi, which would be very helpful actually. So Lalako, we'll go ahead and leave little Ismi with your father. And Selasi, you're old enough to finally start moving out. And thanks, Dad. He just stole all of our food. And Duke Tata, we're going to definitely move you out ASAP. And Dukunir, you too. All right, so... Oh! That bird just took our rogue-born blind baby. I'd be lying if I said I was heartbroken about that, to be honest. I'm sorry. But it's the truth. All right. And Grizar is left. Oh, and it just took the other baby. I thought it would only take one baby at a time, which technically it did. But I think Grizar did that. I think Grizar did that on purpose as punishment for like the trials that his beloved had to go through. And I think Honesty and Grizar's love story is growing stronger by the day, and I don't think I can deny it. So I'm going to send Honesty back over here because I don't think she can deny how in love she is with him anymore. That's just going to have to be a thing. All right. And then what do we have going on down here? We have a leech. Ah, dang it. I was trying to get the leech, not get beleached. And we've got a leech and a bunny. And there we go, clearing this spot out. Yuki is still scooching along, bringing us many good worms. New baby Rimi, who is very healthy, thank goodness. And she also has Cracker Jaw for all of those trees that we've got all over here. And she's got bee immunity. Oh, yeah. And little Messi is really interesting because she does have spiky body. And that might be really useful for us in the future. All right. Meanwhile, Sierra, there were just 2 babies stolen by the bird. I think you better protect the rest. And what do we have going on down here? Pregnant nicheling for Anval's final moments with us. It has not been too cold lately, so my nichelings have had a little bit more freedom of movement than usual. There we go. And I think we're finally starting to clear. Oh, Neuro, when did you go and get yourself bleached? Well, you know, you and your mate are about to pass away, so I'll let you have a baby. And let's see. Anasali will come over and help make sure everybody stays warm. All right. And yeah, I don't think I can deny the love story between these two anymore. Grizar even was as merciless and ruthless as a nicheling needs to be, removing those competitors to the food sources. Because I think we will start being even more merciless to our rogue-born, and if they cannot serve us as wanderers, as a sickly one and a blind one cannot, then they must be removed because they are just a drain on the food sources. So surprisingly, Grizar is actually turning out with some of the most merciless twist to our entire extreme niche tribe. And I think that's going to serve us quite well, actually. And he has just had a healthy son who we will name Grizzly. Yeah, little Grizzly, because he's not very big, he's not very strong, but there's more than one way to be strong in this tribe, we're finding. And I think that Grizar is teaching us that. Also, we're really low on food again. The whole food thing. I keep having all these babies, and then I'm so confused about where all the food went. And Anval has passed away and left behind a crackerjaw son who we will name Anvali. There we go. I'm gonna miss Anval. He was really cool. But thankfully, Laura was able to have 2 of his children, and I think that she had a bit of a whirlwind romance there as well. All right, we have another little girl named Ramila, and honestly, Ramila doesn't have any useful skills. So if Grizar came across her, and especially because her genes are, believe it or not, actually very similar to what we need, I think Grizar would like remove her from the tribe aggressively. So hopefully the little one won't come under his newly powerful and watchful eye. All right, and Lalaco, as beautiful and amazing as you are, I don't know if I am getting anything useful out of your genes. So we'll have to see what we do there. Let's start at the back. We'll go ahead and clear away some of the grasses that surround us so that we conquer this area. Rota, if you don't mind. There we go. The boys are working hard back there. And then over here, Melissa carries that C gene, but I wonder if we might actually release them. Is she very strong? She's stronger than you would think. She's stronger than you would think, actually. So we'll think about that. All right. And then, yeah, Laura over here with her now passed away mate is probably a little bit sad about that. Kuduk is about to pass away. And I think he was supposed to mate with Anasali. A and G, H and A. No, because they both have A's. D and G, H and A. Oh, he was supposed to mate with Laura. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we'll work on that. And unfortunately, Lasani's mate, Nuro, has now passed away, leaving behind a little boy named Roku. All right, we'll take care of this. We'll take care of this. We'll take care of this food. Take care of this bunny. Don't mind me. That sounds yummy too. Dang it, wasn't able to take care of eating that. And there's a whole bunch of worms that Yuki can actually add into the family. Nice. And Rimi should hopefully very soon find her way over to the tree and be able to contribute by eating off the tree. And Messi, with her very interesting spiky body, might prove important to our genes in the future. And Grizar, I think, is ready to take a more aggressive stance. He was ready to back down. He was ready to admit he is slower than many nichelings and that he would actually only hold the tribe up. And Selassie, seeing Grizar's bold and rough ways, I think will actually chase Lalaco away. Even though I love Lalaco. Oh wait, she can't do it yet because she's young. Dang it. Even though I really love Lalaco, she's not really contributing to our tribe in any way. Sarani, maybe. Oh, there's a good spot. Yes. All right. Sarani was looking for food and she found a good perch. Oh, and we have a new gene. What new gene do we have? Maybe gills. I think we have gills now. Cool. All right. And Kirtha, who is Grizar's son, shall go and, wow, join this crowd of cousins. This is why Grizar is realizing if you have to remove a nicheling from the tribe, better to remove them entirely than let them take up space that they otherwise, like space and food that otherwise the tribe needs. So he is becoming much, much more merciless than any of the nichelings have really been against one another. But I wonder if that's exactly the kind of twist that we need to push our tribe to the next level. Also, that was the roar of a very large Barina. That sure was. That was the roar of lunch. All right, no, don't roar at him. This is not a roaring contest. This is time to eat him time. All right, guys. Well, we are making some pretty good progress, I say, with the slowest nichelings on the planet. And we are actually getting to the point where, you know, if Remy starts to threaten our ability to feed ourselves and chases down the bunnies that are proving to be vital to feeding our tribe, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to keep her around. We might end up bumping into an extremely aggressive twist with Grizar, surprisingly, despite the fact he moves literally one tile at a time, taking a pretty strong stance in our tribe. I didn't expect that, but I think it's exactly what we need, especially considering now that I stand back and look at it, we've actually explored almost the entire island, and it is almost going to be time to move on to the jungle pretty soon. So I think that's going to be our big push next time. Exploring the edges, really figuring out what is out there and if we can eat it. And let's see, like Anala, I'm gonna have you start moving over here because there's like all the nuts that she can eat down here. Kira can go ahead and like clear these away. We've got bunnies like literally just jumping into our mouths everywhere over here that Lazani can help with. I mean, look at all of this food. So much food everywhere, just literally walking right up to us and waiting to be eaten. So, all right, yeah, we're going to focus on gathering up a lot more food, and it is about time that we really focus on exploring a lot more. The Rovan has found his beloved mate in Ciara, and I believe she is ready to kind of retire back here. And we are running into the problem of a bunch of family members showing up out of the blue like a blizzard here, and kind of pushing their way into our section of the island and possibly putting us at risk for what kind of resources we have. So we might have to get rid of them, which is not something that this tribe has ever done before. All right, so all of that, hopefully the last of the island, and then hopefully transferring our aggressive spirit from Grizar and his dominance that he is increasingly trying to inflict upon the other nichelings in our tribe, from him to the apes next time. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.